Hello, I am Assistant Professor Phol, the Dean of Khon Business School. Your presence on our campus is appreciated. We are ready for the return of hosting this conference, and we can't wait to welcome you to visit our attractive destination. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Hi, I am Dr. Dasmi's sons, the conference co-chairs. What is better than exploring rich culture and charming attraction in content series, while navigating technological transformation and also sustainable performance in this changing world in 2026 conference? We can't wait to welcome you here.
Hello, I am Assistant Professor Phol, the Dean of Khon Business School. Your presence on our campus is appreciated. We are ready for the return of hosting this conference, and we can't wait to welcome you to visit our attractive destination. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Hi, I am Dr. Dasmi's sons, the conference co-chairs. What is better than exploring rich culture and charming attraction in content series, while navigating technological transformation and also sustainable performance in this changing world in 2026 conference? We can't wait to welcome you here.
Hello, I am Assistant Professor Phol, the Dean of Khon Business School. Your presence on our campus is appreciated. We are ready for the return of hosting this conference, and we can't wait to welcome you to visit our attractive destination. We are eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Hi, I am Dr. Dasmi's sons, the conference co-chairs. What is better than exploring rich culture and charming attraction in content series, while navigating technological transformation and also sustainable performance in this changing world in 2026 conference? We can't wait to welcome you here.
Distinguished guests, respected honorable keynote speaker, esteemed scholar, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 5th International and National Conference on Business Administration and Accountancy, or INCBAA 2026. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Assistant Professor Khon from Faculty of Business Administration and Accountancy.
I am Zulfikar Ali Jumani, Assistant Professor, working at Faculty of Business Administration and Accountancy, Khon University. On behalf of the organization committee, we warmly welcome all distinguished guests, scholars, and participants from Thailand and around the world. INCBAA continues to serve as an important academic platform for knowledge exchange, research collaboration, and the advancement of scholarship in business administration and accountancy.
INCBAA was proud to the collaborations of 4 leadings of the business in Thailand that comprise of Chiang Mai University's Business School, Khon Kaen Business School, and now it is the name of the Faculty Business Administration and Accountancy, Faculty Management Science, Prince of Songkhla Universities, and Burapha Business School.
Since its establishment, this conference has been successfully organized 4 times before, and today we are proudly celebrating its 5th edition. Along this year, we are honored to the Faculty of Business Administration and Accountancy, Khon Kaen University, serving you as a host.
We are also grateful for support for our sponsor institutions such as Sriyook Universities, Sarstedt Universities, Ubon Ratchathani Universities, and Mahasarakham Business School. In the line with the global academic standard and AACSB practice, the INCBAA 2026 has expanded for the international practice by accepting the submission in English.
At this time, we would like to introduce and acknowledge the distinguished university executives joining us today from various institutions across Thailand.
Assistant Professor Kongpoo Nimanan, the Dean of Chiang Mai University Business School.
Associate Professor Thiravat Hongsaperk, Dean Faculty of Management Science, Prince of Songkhla University.
Associate Professor Pani Piman Pansi, the Dean Faculties Business Administration, Burapha Universities.
Assistant Professor Dr. Phongsathit Phunsan, Dean Faculty of Business Administration and Accountancy, Khon Kaen University.
And Assistant Professor Jarin Jarusen, Acting Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Research, Sriyook Universities.
Dr. Thama Vimon Suksom, Associate Dean for Administration and Chair of the MBA program, Ubon Ratchathani University.
Last but not least, Associate Professor Suthila Jantet, Assistant Dean for International Relations and Corporate Communication, Mahasarakham Universities.
We are deeply honored to welcome our distinguished keynote speakers to INCBAA 2026, whose expertise bridges excellence in academic and real-world impact. Our first keynote speaker is Professor Dr. Marko Sarstedt.
Next, our second keynote speaker is Dr. Sakulthip Kiratiphantawong, and the third keynote speaker is Munich-Worrawat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly honored to receive academic support from distinguished scholars and leading international journals. We would like to warmly welcome and acknowledge Professor Hiram Ting, PhD, Editor-in-Chief for Young Consumers and Emerald Publishing Ambassador for Southeast Asia. We also welcome Professor Emeritus Ajay Manrai, Editor-in-Chief of the Journal of Global Marketing. We are sincerely thankful for their valuable academic support and engagement with INCBAA 2026.
In collaboration with the Emerald Publishing, INCBAA will serve as the academic evaluator for select the conference paper. With the support of the Emerald Publishing, the conference will present the top best paper and select for 4 best paper for potential publication consideration.
In addition, 5 outstanding papers will be recognized by the Journal of Global Marketing under the leadership of Professor Emeritus Ajay Manrai, who is the Editor-in-Chief. These participants will receive official certificates of recognition this evening at the gala dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thailand is a country rich in the history and the tradition, culture, and one of its most beautiful expressions is classical Thai dance, reflect the class, harmonies, and artistic heritage. We are pleased to present the traditional cultural dance performed by the students.
These were our students from different departments. Thank you so much.
Now we move to the opening ceremony session. We would like to invite Associate Professor Supawat Miprom, Conference Chair of INCBAA 2026 to welcome participants. Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Dear Dean of our business school, keynote speaker, distinguished guests, participants, and our college. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all on the 5th of International and National Conference on Business Administration and Accountancy or INCBAA 2026 conference. I am Associate Professor Dr. Supawat Miprom, the conference chair of this conference. This conference is an important event in our field, and we are happy to see all of you in the Khon, Thailand. And welcome many participants from around the world. This event is bridging technological transformations and sustainable development through our commitment to solving some of the biggest challenges that we face today. As we move into the new era of technological transformation, it is very important that we work together to create solutions that will help both of our society and our planet. INCBAA 2026 conference is special places for researchers, to each other. The conference theme today is including social impact, sustainability, performance, technological transformation, and current issue in business and management administration that show how our work impact many areas and build sustainability and social impact. Surprisingly, this year we received an impressive over 120 submissions from 200 authors across 20 countries from around the world. Each submission was carefully reviewed by at least 3 experts from our dedication reviewer from different universities around the world. After through our selection process, 20 and 10 high-quality papers have been accepted for presentation today. This achievement reflects the hard work of dedication of our authors, reviewers, and organizing committees. I want to thank the conference partnership, keynote speaker, distinguished guests, and our sponsors who will share their insight to the important topic around social value today, and our session chair and voluntarily in our conference, who have worked hard to create a smooth running of the conference at this year. And also, I would like to thank all of your participants from around the world for your active and engagement for contribution for the conference. Your presence here today shows strength and energy for our community. I encourage you to enjoy talking and take this full advantage to give sharing idea and make collaboration to each other. Let's make INCBAA 2020 conference a memorable and impactful event today. Together we can create a greener and more sustainable future. Thank you and welcome you to Khon, Thailand.
Thank you, Associate Professor Supawat Miprom. May we now invite Assistant Professor Dr. Phol to deliver the official opening address.
Good morning, the Dean of Thailand Regional Business School Network, keynote speaker, and distinguished participants. It is a great pleasure and honor that I welcome all of you to the 5th International and National Conference of Business Administration and Accountancy, formerly known INCBAA 2026 Conference. This conference gathering serves as a beacon of technology transformation platform for cutting-edge research in sustainability and social impact lens. And this year, we gather under the theme of Bridging Technology, Transformation and Sustainable Performance. This conference, organized by the Thailand Regional Business School Network, or TRBSnet, Social Value Thailand, Khon University, Mitr Group, Emerald Publishing, signify the power of collaboration and share vision together. Its unite experts and researchers are committed to using technology to improve society and the planet. Throughout INCBAA 2026 conference, the latest advancement in technology. Gratitude to all the participants, organizers, sponsors, and sponsors who have contributed to making INCBAA 2026 conference reality. May this conference serve as a catalyst of inspiration, collaboration, and action as we strive toward a greener and more sustainable future for all. Thank you again, and I wish you all fruitful deliberation and meaningful connection ahead. Thank you very much, and welcome to INCBAA 2026.
Thank you so much, Dean. I would request our worthy Dean please remain on the stage for a photo session.
Now, may I invite executive from Phol Founder Institution, Associate Professor Kongpuni Manan, Associate Thilawat Hangsapryk, Associate Professor Thanapol Inprasert-Gun to the stage for a group photos. Please welcome. For next, I would like to invite the keynote speaker and the representative from the sponsoring institution, Sriyook University, Assistant Professor Jarin Jarusen. Next, Rajasthani Universities, Dr. Thamvimun Sukserm, and Mahasarakham Business School, Associate Professor Sujila Jante. Please welcome to join the photo group on the stage.
Speakers. I would request keynote speakers please join.
Yes.
And then Dr. Hiran, please join.
Please move a little bit, please.
Okay, now for the final photograph, I request our executive keynote speakers and representatives from our sponsoring institution to join us in front of the stage for a group photograph together. Please join us in front of the stage. I request all participants joining the conference, please stand up and proceed in the middle of the stage. I request please stand up and join in the middle of the stage. All participants, please stand up and let's have a photograph together. Please stand up and join in the middle of the stage.
And the Phol Founder Institution is on the middle of the stage, please.
Please join in the middle. Please join in the middle. Join together in the middle.
Okay.
I request everyone, please come in the middle. Join in the middle. you so much. Please be seated. Now we will move to our next session.
Next, we're gonna move to our panel discussion. The academic panel discussion for today is gonna be the title Digital Transformation and Responsibility in the Business. These sessions will be explore how digital transform is reshape business while highlighting sustainabilities, ethics, and responsibility leadership.
For this panel discussion, may we invite our moderator, Assistant Dean for Research, Dr. Rina Tongtamachat, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rina Tongtamachat.
Thank you, ROMC. It's my pleasure to be on the stage today. And then before we start our session, so may I invite our panelists, distinguished panelists, on the stage. So first we start with Mr.Worrawat Sriyook, so Vice President Corporate Sustainability at Mitr Group. So Mr.Worrawat Sriyook is Vice President Corporate Sustainability at Mitr Group and one of the Asia leading agribusiness and bioenergy companies, and he leads the groups of sustainability and ESG strategy. So, and then community engagement, environmental stewardship, and then please welcome him again. So next one, I would like to invite Dr. Sakulthip Kiratiphantawong, Secretary General of Social Value Thailand Association. So she is the General of Social Value Thailand Association and recognized as the leader of the social creation and impact measurement. And she is the key figure behind the Social Value Accelerator Thailand and works closely behind the Social Value Thailand. And of course, she is an expert for today. Last but not least, may I invite Professor Marko Sarstedt on the stage. Yes. He's from Ludwig-Maximilians-University, Munich, Germany. So Professor is the Chair Professor of Marketing at Ludwig-Maximilians-University, Munich, Germany, and globally recognized authority in marketing, research method, quantitative analysis, and widely acknowledged in highly cited researcher in his international scholarly impact. So thank you, three of us on the stage. So please welcome our panelists again. May I take a seat? So, I don't know what to say today. It's our honor to be here, and then we have discussed behind before we on the stage that we don't want to be that serious, right? Because all today's session is gonna be like formal. So we have discussed like, shall it less formal to be more relaxed? Oh, that will be perfect. So today our topic is about like how we bridge technology or even like digital transformation into the business or even into like the research perspective. And then it's come up with the questions. So I would like to start with Professor Marko, and then I would like to ask you like from the academic perspective, right? So how can AI in new like digital transformation help us produce research? Because today, like I hope like 80% on this room are researcher, or especially the young researcher. We have the question like, how this AI gonna use in research? Does it work for the societal impact? So I would like to hear from your perspective. Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. First off, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. Yeah, regarding the use of AI, obviously that's a big opportunity for us as researchers. It led to a wider dissemination of technologies which allow us to execute more exciting research at the end of the day. I think the challenges that we see as academics is currently making more relevant research, and that requires us to exchange ideas with you, like the practitioners, to better understand what are your actual needs. At the same time, I think we should not be too like overly optimistic when it comes to use of AI. You know, there are many challenges. You know, for example, I work in the field of silicon sampling, which is the idea of using large language models to substitute marketing or market research, you know, so that we can generate data using AI tools instead of actually asking people. I think there's lots of potential here, and the industry is widely adopting this, but there are also like many issues and certain limitations. So with that in mind, I think this requires a close collaboration between industry and practitioners so that we can understand under which boundary conditions these technologies work and then when they can be adopted by practitioners. So this is no one-way street. I think we need to collaborate there.
Oh, that's a good one because it's very challenging nowadays. People are always talking about AI, research, societal impact. But on the research, in terms of business perspective, Khun Worrawat, you are an expert of this one from Mitr. So how business can apply the research like during the AI, the technology, how to make it sustainable, how to make it work. So from Mitr perspective, what do you see?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me in the wonderful conference. Actually, we're talking about the technology. I still use the paper, not the iPad. Moderator said that this is the relaxed session. I can see the chair. The first time as a panelist that I have the wonderful chair.
Can I say
really
this one for modern form Khon Kaen, Thailand, so we can use this one, our sponsor.
Yes. Good one. Back to my company background. Mitr, you may know that we produce sugar, but we have a wide range of the product in downstream. I mean that we have the ethanol that put in your car. We have the biomass electricity made from bagasse. We have our own electricity, and we sell the rest to the grid of the EGAT. We also have the fertilizer business. Our headquarters in Bangkok, and we have the egg sugar mill in nationwide. We have operation in Australia. We have operation in Indonesia. We have operation in Laos as well. The question of the moderator that the AI or technology to use in the private sector, I believe that everyone should agree with us that AI or digital technology is the key vital to make you survive. Actually, private company in my case, we use the Khon Kaen University to help us a lot. We are in the agro industry. When we deal with the farmer, it's not so easy to deal with. In Thailand, the farmer is a small scale holder farmer. They hold the land around the 6 hectare each family. So when you're talking about the modern farming, talking about the mechanization, you can apply for the small scale holder farmer. How can do? Actually, in sugar business is a good one because most of the farmers are in the contact farming. So we can manage or we can assist them in terms of the agriculture know-how, how to use the mechanization. At that time, I understand that Faculty of Agriculture of Khon Kaen University helped us a lot to improve the logistics in Kaen, for example. It's not so easy because we have to setting up the logistics, we have to setting up the queue, setting up the factory to make it happen. So we tried by ourselves for a period, but it's not success. But after we, join hand with the Khon Kaen University, they helped a lot to use at that time they used optimization, try to optimize their process. But the key is that nowadays optimization process still there, right. But the AI, I think that they come in complementary of that one. It make it fast. make it complete, and we can see the result from time to time.
Right.
If not in the past, we're waiting for the result. After that, we think about that we implement or not. But nowadays, we use AI, we use digital, we have the report on time, real time. So it helps us a lot.
So in
first
terms
round, I
of
think
this
that
one, it's like previously we waited for the results. That means you have to wait a time. So it takes time to see something like from your action, right? But nowadays, like you use AI as complement and to see like you can predict the future from using this one.
Yes, but the key point is that everyone talking about the AI and technology,
Right.
but how to implement is the key part. You have to accept that staff and management in company, they're not keen in that kind of thing. And when you're talking about this, there are a few people they know how to expand idea or concept to the everyone. So in Mitr, we setting up the champion of each division. They have to study AI in depth. I mean that we subscribe the ChatGPT Premium, something like that for that one, and they have to study in depth and expand the idea to the other in division.
Yes.
Yep.
Does it work?
Yes, work.
Okay, that's
And
good.
we have to pay a lot for the consultant as well. Nothing for free.
Right. Everything is not free to get something. And then you can see, we all see from the academic perspective and the real world business and what's in the middle. Social Value Thailand as the connector, right? To see like, does it really work from the academic perspective and business? What's missing inside? I think like Sakulthip can reflect this one to you.
ขอบคุณค่ะอาจารย์รีนา so how many minutes we have and
We
how
still
many
have
rounds
time. We still have time, right? Okay.
okay so let's start with what's the situation in the perspectives of social value. First of all, thank you to having me here, to having social values in the stage of how to say the business school and the Thai regional business school networks. And very impressive that the in business school mention and give this as a priorities of the sustainabilities nowadays. Thank you, the dean and the management team. So I like to start with know who we are, because you might not familiar with social value a bit about the social value network and what we do. So we are the global network that form together in order to changing the way the world accounting for values. So we believe that beyond the financial values in the traditional that we see is more than that. So that we form how to quantify those values. We have like the standard, we have the network that forming together in global. And in Thailand, we starting in 2017, to build up the professional and community practice and also become like associations. So what we do in order to changing the way the world accounting for social for value, definitely people is very important. Just like Phol said, in terms of AI, we need to work with people. We need to equip them. So we do the professional development and how we can have like the new methodologies and new process to looking at the values. Not just only doing that for the people, how to make it the life easier. Because if they're difficult, they're not gonna do that job. So we try to collect the data, which is a key, is important. How can we understand the data, not just only the number in the data.
What's the meaning of the data?
And how can we implication in using this? So this is what we try to do, and we try to collect the people and the good project or even the bad project. So we learn from the failure as well. And we give that the priorities as the professional pathway for them. So this is exists. This is the way that people can equip themselves and to be able to help the organization to rolling out in the social viewpoint in the organizations. Last but not least, this is very important in order to changing the world. So we need a partner. So thank you for the Dean that we also have a strong partnership and strong commitment just yesterday that we're gonna build the communities in these regions. So we set up like social value accelerators unit as a driven unit that equip the people, equip the how-tos and also the sharing platform together. So that's us, social values and communities that I think we would be a good combinations and good complementary with the research and the corporate network. So big why of today's topic, I think this is a big question. Why everyone, not just only business sectors or social side or even researcher should care about sustainability.
Right, that's the
so
key
this is a key question, right? So I give you the number, a number, Professor. So looking at the ecological footprint right now in our global, we actually use 1.8, of world Earth per year. It's already.
So from this perspective, I may not know like 1.8, how critical of this one or how important of this number.
It means that how the next generations can live in the world.
Right.
It might not affect us because we still have our resources today, but we use,
in the future.
we stole from those next generation already.
Right.
Double using this. We borrow from them already.
Right.
So that's a thing that waking up and everyone should be a part of it.
Right.
We are also a part of a problem.
Even today, we are
Yes.
generate something like
yes.
across the world.
Right. And more than that, this is also the key question that of how we build the economics today. So the current economics, we need to accept that is something weakness in our economic right now. So two things that I would say the weakness of our economics is we use this like unlimited growth, just like we said 1.8 already, but this all benefit for only a small number of people in the top of the pyramid.
Yes.
So that's not for everyone. So it's like become the social problem, social issue, inequalities. So this is how, and this is why we should get the attention of sustainability.
Right.
Okay. So I like to start with these questions and how on where we're gonna go. It's gonna be next round.
Oh, yes. So this one from, as you guys see, from these three perspectives, I would like you to understand the ground on today's session. Like from academic perspective, we use AI to generate research. We use all the things. We collect the data before we analyze the data. And also like digitalization happen to our research. Turning to business, we can see like, of course, business also need this one in order to predict the business like in the future. But in terms of social value, you can see like whatever happens from you, everyone, we create something like pollution or even like we steal some resources from the future. So of course of this one, what's about sustainability? What is sustainable? Are these research sustainable? Are the business sustainable? Yeah. I would like to ask from like the social value Thailand. It is sustainable.
Yeah, so we need to define the definitions of sustainable growth or what we're looking for. So this is repeating what Ajahn Rina just said. We're facing like the climate resilience.
Yes.
We facing like the trade instabilities,
right,
and trust in the information and the AIs and the next generations, how it's going to be in AI age, and definitely the social gap bigger and bigger right now, and how we're going to work with the workforce that is a huge problem right now, right? So answer your question. Is this sustainable? Is this what the society we want to? So I would say that this is come up in the high ranking and the policy maker around the world. Just last year from World Economic Forum, this is top a global risk. We don't have any sustainable in geopoliticals and extreme like climate change and society polarizations, fragmentations, and also the trust in institution, in people, in the information. So this is what we're facing now. I'm not gonna tell you the bad news only. I'm still optimistic, and I think we still have like a way out. But this is the situation right now, that we have the very advancement in technology ever in our history. But why?
Why still?
Why social have a kind of failure?
Yes.
So this is, we need to all together to figure it out how to bridging
Yes,
this
so
advancement.
that's the biggest gap that you found at like the connector between like academic and business one, because all the things you use data, so you act like a role like similar to like academic research, and also you have to look forward as a businessman. So before going to academic, can I turn to Khun Worrawat? What do you think about this one? Why not all business like sustainable, like SME still dying, or even like we're gonna have politics tomorrow and the day after tomorrow? We don't want to say about this one, but we're gonna ask Khun Worrawat, what do you think about this one from business perspective?
We heard much about this sustainability word, but it's just one of the words. Sustainable university, sustainable company, and when we're talking about element of the sustainability, you may know that environmental, social, and governance. In fact, when you're talking about the environment, we try to, our big company, most big company nowadays, we try to announce that we are the net zero company in 2050, and we try to many initiatives to reduce. But when you're talking about the farmer, you're talking about not to burn cane, not to, yes, but they ask back what they get from this one. So, in fact, we have to communicate the detail of the sustainability. I think that the missing link is that the communication between us, customer, stakeholder, supplier. But we have one thing in common, that we have to make our company sustainability and sustainable in long term. So it means that we have to make profit. Of course, we cannot avoid it. But in the area of that we're talking about sustainability, it means that we try to reduce risk of operation. If we still, burn something that is affect to the environment, we cannot do more, because we can, force to shut down our operation because that one. This is what we call risk management. We try to, foresee that which one is our effect to our company. If we're talking about the farmer to do this, to do that, if they get something and they understand something, they can do. In business sector, we're talking about much that sustainability is equal to the productivity. If you can increase productivity, you can reduce the effect of that one. For example, that my company, we have the emission around 100K per unit of production. If we can increase productivity to have the production to double to 200, the greenhouse gas per unit should be reduced. So if we expand something like this to the factory, they understand well, and they can try to do. So on my opinion, I think that sustainability is a journey. It's not so easy, but you have to communicate from time to time. This is the one that I think. The other key area is that Many people ask me that which one is important, E or S or G. I believe that all things are important. G, if your corporate is not, try to be a good citizen, avoid the legal, you may force to shut down in the near future, affect to us as well. But I think that the key to make it happen is social.
Social, yes.
Social, if you want to make the governance, you want to make the environmental better, you use the social force to make it happen. Phol, we deal with a lot of farmers, we deal with a lot of community. We try to, make them have a well-being. So after the economic part, they get the money in pocket, they can do another thing. If not, you cannot.
Right.
Something like the politicians said for the generation that they have to, pay money for them. But in the short term, they're happy. But in the long term, it's the same. You have to, think this much.
Okay, so we can see like the sustainability in terms of like the one who access this one, and then the one who apply this one and interpret what sustainability in business. It's just the journey. It changed many times, but what sustain? It's up to your business perspective. But in terms of our academic perspective, as today we are sitting in this role, so how our research can be to make it real sustainable to the world, or it's just our research, just we conduct the research, it's just for us, and then who get this one, and then how we fill the gap. So it's still questions. So please, Professor Marko, can you give us about this idea?
Yeah, sure. First off, I'm pretty optimistic that the gap is actually not that huge, at least in theory, because we see a clear trend in major journals to transformative research. Now, for example, I work in transformative consumer research using insights from psychology and marketing to help consumers. And I'm not only talking about sustainability. I mean, that's an important part, but we must not forget that there are many other aspects, such as literacy, or financial literacy is a big topic, at least. Because we're talking about AI, two fields that attract lots of attention are like what type of data we actually use, data quality concerns, is it too Western dominated, is it actually applicable, these models like GPT, don't they have like a biased view of the world because the data primarily stems from Western communities. Another topic is like the capacity divide, going from digital divide to capacity divide. So we all have digital devices, but are we actually able and educated enough to use them correctly? So these are some of the trends that we see. But the thing is, like this academic system doesn't honor, obviously, or value practical research. I mean, let's be honest. Our incentive scheme looks into top-tier publications. Top-tier publications are oftentimes just paying lip service to managerial relevance. But I mean, those of us who are in tenured positions, well, we can afford at least leaving this path partly. And instead of chasing yet another top-tier publication, we can talk to practitioners and reach out and do relevant research. And I think, but it requires both sides. So I'm here as an academic and being a bit self-critical of my profession, but also, at least, and that's maybe European view, there's also very limited availability among some practitioners to listen to academics, because they say, you're in at ivory tower and it's not relevant. And I really disagree, because, I mean, hidden behind all these complicated formulas and frameworks are actually really great managerial implications. And whenever I talk to companies who actually hire chief research officers, there are companies that do that. They benefit from being top edge in terms of adopting frameworks which we as academics develop. So I think it requires both sides. We tend to only look at academics and say, okay, you got to be more relevant. But also practitioners, I think, need to be more open, even in the daily business, which requires lots of operational thinking, to think more strategically and carve out time to engage with academics and accept these frameworks.
Actually, that what Professor said, it's the thing that's very positive. Like whatever the research that we have done, it's not that big gap to the real practitioner, but it's the way how we employ this one. Because theories, it's come from what is it? We have been done many times and proved many times by using what is called measurement, right? Our research methodology, right? But what the missing is like sometimes we need connector, right?
Maybe like a translator,
Right?
Because obviously your company doesn't have time to dive into these formulas, but we need people like you, for example, that connect these two worlds and translate it, and also translate the problems into the research, because sometimes we don't understand, because I'm not running a company, I don't know operational problems of sugarcane business, so that's why we're here,
What you see from the European perspective, and then as you travel a lot in Asian country as well, according to these things that happened in academic world and in terms of like sustainability, and you use like measurement, right? And then what do you see? Any opportunity for the young researcher to see this gap or anything? Can you add some idea to
well, probably more regarding digitalization, because I'm not a hardcore sustainability researcher, I must admit. But in terms of digitalization, I think the first thing is to understand that digitalization works differently in different parts of the world. So here we are very much platform driven. There's like the mobile devices are absolutely part of everyday life. Social commerce is absolutely normal here. But see, in Europe and also part of the US, it's much more institutional driven. So there are much bigger concerns regarding data privacy. There are much bigger concerns regarding trust. And so understanding how these institutions actually, or their role in the process. Think about the EU Digitalization Act, which puts hefty boundaries on AI usage. Just I read this morning, Germany's ruling party is considering following Australia's example and ban social media for 16 and under. So you see that the institutions, what type of role they play, and what that actually means for companies. And I think acknowledging these differences, understanding that trust may play a totally different role in the Asian context compared to the, for example, European context. And highlighting these differences. I think there's lots of research to be done. And I think we as Europeans can learn a lot from Asian perspective, but also the other way around, to make business models work all around the world.
So that means like in terms of academic world, like we have model. The model can test, can prove, and can adopt to different, what is called context. And to prove that it work for this kind of like context or not. Or it could be like sustainability, and you can see like some kind of consumer has been changed, right? Because Professor is from marketing, so talking about like a lot about like consumer, right? So all those things. So are there any opportunity that we can reach this one into like higher or real world, not just about like need the translator as the researcher, what we should do?
Well, talk to each other.
What would you should do as a researcher?
Talk to each other. So you're asking that question to somebody who actually goes to practitioner conferences, So I'm one of the few colleagues in marketing who actually goes to practitioner conferences, and I actually listen to practitioners. I think that's the first step, to listen to each other, and not be too, I mean, sometimes you see people are just too arrogant, saying you're practitioners, you don't know what you're doing, and no. Be a bit humble and understand that there's a reason to exist, and that they're doing lots of things pretty well. If you take a serious look at much research that's been done on AI, we are basically running behind what practice does. I mean, GPT, OpenAI is light years ahead of academic research in terms of what marketing does, knowing that it actually stems from, it's originated from academic research, but what marketing does is just a couple of years behind, So I think being more humble and listen to each other, that's the thing. Be curious and keep your eyes open and ask questions. But
Yes.
that hasn't, the rules of the research world haven't changed that much. I mean, that
Right.
was also pre-AI, the way to go. But it's gotten more relevant, I believe, in the last years.
So that means they don't change the way how we study, but maybe phenomenon has been changed. But the way how we observe that phenomenon, it's like pretty like rigorous, right? Yeah, I think the perspective from academic one can see like we still have kind of like hope, and then I think it's gonna happen very very soon. And then what about Khun Sakulthip? Any biggest challenge on this one from the work? I can say like you are an expert and you can see like this thing happened. Not just in Thailand, you see the world. So are there any like opportunity for us like in order to connect together in the social value perspective?
ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ so yeah but first of all I totally believe that we in terms of the driving war ahead we need researchers because we need a group of thinking thought leaders definitely for sure and I also would like to emphasize that every research related to sustainability financial literacies you know the number 10 equalities they need to know like financial literacy to reduce the poverty gaps about marketing SDG number 12 sustainable consumptions marketing is a powerful arms and weapon for educate the consumers to be able to help corporate to change the way we're doing business as well so believe me every single research you have on your hand supporting sustainable developments and the way that people lives going to be better for sure but what's the point is I like to point out that this is separate right now so what let's say so emphasize that this is now separate so we have seen a lot of on site a lot of digitize the data working very efficiency hardware supermodel blah 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 right but on the other hand we also have a lot of standard in ESG, SDG, GRI, tell me any standard, SDG impact standard, ISO. So he, the one and the man who tough and to suffer with all standard, I would say so. So the result, we have a lot of tools in the standard, but what missing is the purpose on both way.
In both ways.
In both way. In both way. We done in good in advancement in technical like. Technical things, technical solutions. Yes. But we missing like the how. So what? So what? So what? What standard mean for what number of data analytical things means for? We need to rethink about decision that we use from them. We need to think about not just only the number but a real impact. We never know until we talk with our stakeholder. Never know until we get out from the lab and talk with the beneficiary. And we have a lot of data on ESG, sustainable reporting, impact reporting, like greenwash somehow. Yes. But what is mean for the performance, the real performance? That what I like to emphasize. We need to break through at that point, not just only the performance, just only financial, but how we call like sustainable performance. We need definitely efficiency and also empathy and also like the purpose one and also the impact one. So that could shift from short-term growth to long-term or more resilient and more inclusions. We're not just only looking for the money return to our shareholder, but looking for the double materialities. So how about the supply chain? How about the communities? And how about our people? So that's important. And we did great on your left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
And I constantly sit in the middle.
Okay.
So we still need a researcher to be more understand on the real corporate and also in the society. So how can we use this to really actually change the society on transform our cultures, transform our better Thailand, transform our better Germans, whatever your country is. So this is the bridge of the north of your north on in using that kind of methodologies, the drone, the circular things, and the AI things. How can we bridge and really change the corporate? So this is bridging the gap. So 3 things that we need to get in our formula of the whatever. We're supposed to have purpose,
Right.
a clear purpose, right? So
Right.
as Mitr said, social important.
Important.
So this is the purpose. We set it up, and then we have a right compass, not just only a
Right.
good like a tools, right? We need to bring. I don't know the answer yet. We need to bring people to find the answer together. We don't know how to figure it out. PM 2.5. We don't know now. We need to bring the cabinet. We need to bring the ministry, and everyone get in the board on board, right? Last but not least, business is key player
Right.
in shifting and moving like the economies.
Oh,
So how
that's
can
that
we
one.
shift from traditional business model
Right.
to the impact business model? We still need to find the money. We still need to find
Right.
the profit. But
That's
how can-
contradiction that happened. Like to make it sustain, to make it like on green or whatever you has been to measure like ESG, like SDG, whatever. The one who are facing this one is Khun Worrawat can answer these questions.
I try to add on the Sakulthip that the driving force of the company is come from the one who pay us the money.
Right, right.
Even university, I think that even come from the student as well. If you try to understand them, Marko is keen in marketing. Should believe that if we understand our customer,
Right.
we can survive. Nowadays, we produce sugar, right? 70% of our production is export to the big company. I mean that Coca-Cola, Unilever, Mars, Nestle, they announce the ESG as the corporate, the direction.
Right.
So driving force of them is coming to us. So many standards that Sakulthip mentioned that we have to apply. And when we're talking about this kind of thing, not merely our company, we're talking about our value chain. So if we adopt the standard or the guideline of them, we have to pass on to our value chain as well. So this is a very powerful. When we're talking about each one, you cannot move fast.
Right.
But if you're talking about each value chain, you can move fast.
Oh,
And I believe that university can help this to bridge the gap. In the past, still now, when we're talking about the research paper, in one side, I mean that the one that used the research paper said that it's so academic, we cannot use them. It's good, but we cannot implement.
Right.
But when we asking the other side, the university side, the researcher, they said that the company should be, specific what you want,
What you want? Yes. Yeah.
right? But in many cases, we don't know yet.
We don't know as well. Okay, researchers.
But the gap, it means that what we call insight, they should interpret or translate into the objective.
Right.
If the researcher can, interpret the insight to the objective, I think that it fulfill of both parties. In some cases, we use the university to implement the project. We success in some cases and not in many cases. The one that success is that they not just deliver the paper, but they monitoring and implement. They try to involve in implementation process. It means that if your customer is the company, you not merely just provide them the research, but you provide them the service. It means that you monitoring, you coaching them, and how the implementation.
in the same team.
The same
In the
team.
same
That's-
team. One
We
thing,
need to speak the same language.
one strong
yes.
point of the researcher or university is that even me or the management
Right.
says same thing with the researcher,
Okay.
but our top executive believe you.
Ah.
So this is the key point. That's why I still use the researcher from the university because
Right.
it make my job done.
Done. Okay, easier. Yeah. So you can see this one like, I think today we cannot finish this topic. It can be the whole day, whole year to keep talking about this one in order to advance our bridging between academic and business. And of course, we have the perspective from social value accelerator. But one last question, because the time pretty tight. If we can do right now in our role, like academic perspective, like translator or connector, or even business perspective, now, what should we do? So, Khun Worrawat, can you? Yeah, oh yeah. Don't copy the answer. Don't copy the answer. Maybe go to Khun Sakulthip first. Like, what we should do now? Like now.
All right. Okay, sure. So my last point. Okay. So that's what Mitr already done. So it's possible. So just like to sharing you that it's possible to using like the technologies, but not just only come up with the output, not just only the drone. Seek for what impact could be, and put like those compass, put like those KPI on that. So that's things that we need to go beyond the technical solutions, but fighting for adaptive challenge and make sure that you getting it.
Right.
It's not easy just only have drone and farmer is better life. No, you need to talk with them, something like that. You need to understand the incentive they want.
Right.
So that's supposed to have, and this kind of what you do right now, activities, but see more the impact, right? And this is very important things that we need to break to. We might do just only what the standard, what regulatories told us to do.
Right.
But we're gonna missing the values over that.
Right.
We're gonna do this like the expense, but we cannot create the value on that.
Right.
So if we have a quite clear purpose, bring the people on it, and create a new business model, even researcher as well. Not just, we also need to have the business model on how to run the research, right? So it's gonna shift the things ahead. And what we can do now, so the universities, definitely they are source of the knowledge and know-how. If we want to change the world, we need the way of innovation, the way of new thinking. But we need a bridge.
Right.
So somehow we're supposed to have those bridge in order to make sure that we can put forward the research into the impact, push forward the body of knowledge into the real better of life of people. So that's what I would like to emphasize that a university or even side parts supposed to do. And last one is in the bigger pictures. We need everyone to help on this.
Right.
In order to bring like social value economy, it's difficult to review the human and social or natural capital value.
Right.
We see only the number, right?
Numbers.
On the top of iceberg, we see this. But what we didn't see, we need everyone to review it. We need a huge data on that, and a huge that trustable as well. Right now it's like judgment, a lot of judgment. So how can everyone do like impact accounting? Impact accounting, not just only on the top of the iceberg. We have a lot of financial accounting. We need to put more how this model works and how what this impact have or what the data is. And we're supposed to have like a sharing platform, because right now everyone done by own their own data.
Yes.
All right.
We need platform. We need the
and last but
connector.
not least, politics. We need incentive. We need the support from the policy as well.
Right.
For SME, for practitioners. So it's easy step. First, identify what purpose you are.
Right.
And just redesign your process with that purpose. And it's not yet because it's not mean impact. So see how it's change, what that impact pathway. And we need like improvement, illustrate that process and make sure that we create the regenerative impact for the society. So that's your homework for Ajahn Rina.
Alright.
Right change, start small, definitely partnership in this room. And mindset is very important.
Yes.
Get back, tell your people, tell your friends that we
But you
can
have
do
to
more.
tell the same language. Is that right? Yes.
Their language.
Yeah, their
If
language.
you talk to CFO,
You
you
talk to
need to
their
talk
language.
with CFO language, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So
So,
that's-
turn to
that's-
Professor Marko. What do you think that what we should done? What we should do?
Okay, so I like the idea of science parks and exchange. Yeah, I also like the idea of changing the academic incentive system. But the problem is that's like not going to happen short term. I mean, we need to start, but like what can we do now? That's kind of the question, right? I think what we can do now as researchers, apart from talking to practice, is also change a bit the way we educate young people. What I see, at least in my academic field, is like almost a bit of virtual signaling. Yeah? Everything is about the act of being sustainable and purpose and creating societal value, which is important, no doubt about that. Yeah? I'm not judging or qualifying that in any way, but at the end of the day, the business needs to run. We need cash flow. We need to make also money. Like making money as a company is also sustainable, economically sustainable, because the company feeds families, the company pays taxes, which are then being used again. Yeah? So as academics, I have the feeling that we sometimes forget about this aspect. Even though we're business researchers, we tend to forget that cash flow generation is the necessary condition for a company to exist. And to make our research more relevant, I think we need to bridge this gap between being sustainable, creating societal value while still maintaining a cash flow. Yeah, because if we communicate like that, I think the practitioners are more likely going to listen to us because we understand the situation, the problem that they are facing in everyday business. I mean, no doubt about that all companies would like to be fully sustainable, but it's a trade-off, yeah? And we need to help solving this trade-off. And I think emphasizing this in our education would be an important step in that regard.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Marko. Last but not least, Khun Worrawat, the last question.
Yes. What is your question?
My question is what we should do now. You said you skipped the question to Professor already. So what we should do now?
You is mean that all this the hall, right? I don't have much knowledge to recommend you, but I try to think about our business when we're talking about how to survive. World is changing rapidly. We cannot, adjust or adapt ourselves for the change, but we try to focus on something. As a business, we try to reduce or switch from the product to solution. Because if we stuck with the product, we can change fast. If we provide solution, we can change in process. We have the many cases. In the old day, we sell sugar and we deliver sugar to them, to our customer. But nowadays we try to deliver solution. We have to know pain point. We deliver from the crystal to the syrup.
Right.
That's why we can reduce the energy use. Because when we try to produce the crystal, we have to use the energy to make the liquid to the solid one. And when the customer receives the oil sugar, they have to use energy to make it solid, so to make the liquid again. So if we provide solution, we have invest in their premise. We have the liquid tank in their premise. So this is barrier to exit of us. If they use us, they still use us. And we can manage the logistics because we have the sensor of the tank. If the sugar, liquid sugar is less than our expectation, we can deliver as per our supply. They not just order as we know before. So it means that just in time. So its solution is a key. I think that researcher is the same.
Right.
You have to focus solution. And the other thing that maybe key takeaway, I note here that we know more than we are able to apply. Currently, we have a lot of information in hand. I try to save many interesting file in my notebook, but I never read it because I don't have time. We have all full data, but the key is that you have to implement.
Yeah, implement. Yes. Oh, so today I can say like we need more time, but the time is pretty tight, and I think we're pretty on time. Yes, that's good one. Congratulations for us. And then so today, I think like all the things, all the questions that we have been like discussed today, it can inspire you both in like researcher perspective or even business perspective, or even you are in the middle as the translator. And then today, our like bridging between technology transformation to sustainable ways that we would like to see. I think today we got like pretty good like answer and discussion. So, and then thank you everyone for joining us today, and thanking our distinguished panelists. Can you give them a bigger applause? So thank you very much. So if you have any further questions, you feel free to discuss with Professor Khun Worrawat or even Khun Sakulthip. So I am Rina Thongthamachat, Assistant Dean for Research today. And then I can say before we end this one, all the things like happened, it's like today, KKU research, now we try to turn the research into commercialization. And now we have like the department that we call like KKU Enterprise, that now we hope that this one gonna be our good translator, like for us, like how to turn the research into commercial, and ask like what business are looking for, and then these are our perspective that we are on the way. And then if you are interested to talk about this topic, so please contact us and we can give you further information. Thank you for today's session. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you. You don't have Q&A session for them. You don't have time.
Oh, we have MC. Shall we have
Q&A?
time?
One question.
One question. We have one question from our.
Kun Sakulthip, she eager to respond the question.
Are there any questions? We have questions, right? Oh. No.
I would suggest if we have questions, we can have a during break time.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you,
so
our
much.
panelists. ขอบคุณค่ะ Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you so much, Dr. Rina Thongthamachat, and our keynote speakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we prepare the stage for the next sessions, I would like to take this opportunity to remind you about the INCBAA 2026 Gala dinner this evening. We look forward to welcome you to the Enjoy evening network conversation and celebrations in the relaxed settings. So for our gala dinner is gonna be at the Art and Cultural Museum in front of our universities. So the shuttle bus from the side park is gonna be 5:30. So if you want to take a bus from the side park, please be on time in front of the side park as well.
Okay, so I would request our keynote speakers please remain on the stage. I request our Dean, Assistant Professor Dr. Phongsit Phunson, to present souvenir to our keynote speakers. First, we invite Professor Dr. Marko Sarstedt to receive a souvenir.
Okay.
Sorry
Dean
for
and
this.
Professor Marko. Yes. Okay, and next we presenting a souvenir to Dr. Sakulthip Kiratiphantawong.
And may I invite also Mr.Worrawat, Sriyook, to receive the souvenir from our team.
Thank you very much again for insightful discussion today. It's very insightful and fruitful for our conference today. Once again, and our sincere appreciation to our distinguished speaker. Next, we present a souvenir to Dr. Sakulthip Kiratiphantawong.
May I invite Mr.Worrawat, Sriyook, to receive a souvenir. So we end for this training session. Now we will move to our next session. We will now take a short refreshment break. Refreshment breaks are available at the entrance of the auditorium in front of the photo booth. After the break, we kindly request that you proceed to your assigned parallel sessions. We will start our parallel sessions at 10:45 a.m.
So during the break, you can scan the QR code on the screen. So for this event, INCBAA 2026, we have like sustainability and carbon footprint survey for this INCBAA 2026. We related to with the sustainability. So if you have time, so maybe you can fill up your information, and also if you have not much time, you can do a capture some a picture from our screen. And next, for the QR code, it's gonna be like a parallel session. So if you want to know about your session room, you can scan your QR code to make sure the session room as well. Okay.
For your guidance, we have placed signboards around the building for room, locations, and other facilities. If you require any further assistance, please do contact our staff, students around the building and at the registration desk. For your information, venue and event information, meeting rooms 1, M1, M2, M3, located on the first floor at the left side of the building, near the registration area.
All right, for your information, don't forget to, this evening is very special for us because we have many kinds of the performance like Thai dancing and also the other kinds of like meal and dinner. We can grab a dinner together. So the time is gonna be start from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Thank you very much for committees and thank you very much for KKBS staff.
Have a pleasant break time. Thank you so much. See you in your parallel sessions.